Today I will be analyzing the film 2001: A Space Odyssey, and will be focusing on the functions, types, and sources of film sound for part 2 of this film. 2001: A Space Odyssey was directed by Stanley Kubrick and edited by Ray Lovejoy. Kubrick is also the director of other well-known films such as Doctor Strangelove, or How I Started to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb, as well as The Shining and Eyes Wide Shut. 2001: A Space Odyssey is also ranked 22 on AFI's Top 100 American Films. When analyzing 2001: A Space Odyssey, it is important to note how the use of sound creates an emphasis on the overall scene and how it accentuates and strengthens the visual image, as well as how the film uses silence expressively. For example, each time David Bowman and Frank Poole leave the spaceship and enter into outer space, the absence of sound strengthens the scene because of the drastic contrast of sound within the spaceship compared to outer space. The book Looking at Movies by Richard Balsam and David Monahan states that sound calls attention not only to itself, but also to silence, to the various roles that each plays in our world and in the world of a film. There's a huge contrast between the ambient noise of the television and forks hitting plates inside the spaceship compared to the silence as Bowman and Poole float about in outer space. Kubrick's absent use of sound strengthens the scene and captures the viewer's attention because there is such a dramatic switch from the ambient noise that played in the background of the spaceship. Using silence adds wonder and causes the viewer to pause and think about the outer space experience. Diegetic sound is defined as sound that originates from a source within a film's world. Kubrick incorporates the use of diegetic sound in the film through the heavy use of breathing of the astronauts inside the spaceship. The breathing is an example of diegetic sound because the viewers watching the film would expect this type of sound to actually be heard inside the spaceship, not just as an added feature enhanced in the editing process. The sound of breathing creates a realness to the film by highlighting the tight and close proximity of the astronauts inside the spaceship, which adds to the dramatic effect of the astronauts' experience in outer space. Compared to Doctor Strangelove, 2001: A Space Odyssey is a more serious film that engages the audience in the strategic and vivid experience of outer space, whereas Doctor Strangelove is more of a comedic film. According to journalist Russ Fisher, Strangelove is an exceptionally savage comedy, a wildly funny one, he says, and a film in which Kubrick's skill as a director fully comes into focus. Strangelove still incorporates diegetic sound and other sound techniques found in the Odyssey, but the nature of the film is not as serious as a 2001: Space Odyssey.